Morning, everyone. So we are about to complete the fourth unit today with some of the problems regarding to the jury stability test. We are going to close this unit. So in the previous class, we have solved. That means we have undergone one statement of the problem. Check the stability of the system, that is a sample data control system, which is going to be represented by the characteristic equation. So in the previous class, we have seen the problem regarding to the A bit. We have solved the problem. First problem we have solved. And the second problem is the characteristic equation is z cube minus 0.2 square minus 0.25z plus 0.05 is equal to 0. Okay. So this problem is asked for 14 marks in our previous university question papers. Okay. So we'll try to concentrate on this one. So in this characteristic equation, that is for the third one, sorry, for the second characteristic equation, the order of the equation is 3. Order of the equation is 3. That means odd order equation. So the conditions has to be satisfied is f of 1 should be greater than 0 and f of minus 1 should be less than 0, and order of the equation is 3 means that is z cube. Therefore, a0 should be less than a3, a0 should be less than a3, and b0 should be more than b2. b2. These are the four conditions has to be satisfied by the characteristic equation in order to determine, that means in order to say or conclude that particular system is a stable system. That particular system is a stable system. What are the four conditions we have to satisfy? The first one is f of 1 should be greater than 0, f of minus 1 should be less than 0, and a0 should be less than a3, and b0 should be more than b2. These are the four conditions has to be satisfied by the system, that is the sampled control system, sampled data control system, to conclude that it is a stable. To conclude that characteristic equation representing the system is a stable system. Is a stable system. Okay. So let us enter into this one. Why? Because the characteristic equation is consisting of a odd order equation. That means the order of the equation is 3. So how many rows are going to be obtained? 2n minus 3. 2 into n, that is 3, minus 3. That is 3 particular rows are going to be obtained for this characteristic equation. Okay. 3 particular rows are going to be obtained with this characteristic equation. So now let us move into the solution part of this one. So f of 1 is equal to 1 cube minus 0.2 minus 0.25 plus 0.05. So the value is 0.6. Value is 0.6. So it is greater than 0. So first condition is going to be satisfied, and f of minus 1 and f of minus 1, we are going to get that value is minus 0.9, minus 0.9. So the first and second condition are going to be satisfied, that is f of 1 is more than 0 and f of minus 1 is less than 0. And based upon the equation, that is 2n minus 3, we are going to get 3 particular rows. The first row consisting of z0, z1, z2 and z3. Here the first row consisting of a0, a1, a2 and a3. So here a0 is 0.05, a1 is minus 0.25, a2 is minus 0.2 and a3 is 1. A3 is 1. So this is the table which is going to be representing this one. The first row consisting of a0, a1, a2 and a3. The second row is nothing but the reverse order of the first equation, that is 1, minus 0.25 minus 0. Minus 0.2 minus 0.25 and 0.05. 0.05. And the third row that is these are the values regarding to the B0, B1 and B2. So B0, B1, B2 are going to be obtained with the calculation part regarding to the first row and second row. First row and second row. So in order to obtain the B0 value, we are going to get the elementary matrix that is modulus of A0, A3, A3 and A0. So we are going to get that particular value as 0.9975 and B1 value is A0, A2, A3 and A1. So B1 value we are going to get is 0.1875 and B2 value as 0.2. So the necessary conditions should be satisfied is A0 should be less than A3 and B0 should be greater than B2. So A0 value is 0.05, it is less than 1, so it is going to be satisfied, and B0 is greater than B2. B0 is also greater than B2. Why? Because B0 value is 0.9975 and B2 value is 0.25. So B0 is more than B2. You have to take it as a modulus of B0 should be greater than modulus of B2. So all the four conditions are going to be satisfied for this characteristic equation. So we can conclude that this particular system is a stable system. This particular system is a stable system. Okay. So next we are going to enter into the next problem. So for the same problem we have seen the bilinear transformation method. In case of the bilinear transformation method, that means in order to judge whether the system is stable or not, we have to convert that Z plane into R plane, and after that we have to frame the RH Routh criterion table, and we have to say that particular system is a stable system or not. So this particular problem has been seen by us in the previous classes. Just converting the Z plane into R plane, we have to substitute that Z is equal to R plus 1 divided by R minus 1. So we are going to get another characteristic equation which is represented in R. So after that we have to frame the RH criteria table, which is consisting of R3, R2, R1 and R0. So R3 value is 0.9, 2.9, and R2 R square value is 3.6 and 0.6. So R1 value, the first column, the first element in the R1 row, R power 1 row is going to be obtained with the calculation of 3.6 into 2.9 minus 0.9 into 0.6 divided by 3.6. Here is the calculation part. 3.6 into 2.9 minus 0.9 into 0.6 divided by 3.6. So the first element which is going to be obtained here is 2.7. 2.7. So in order to get the second value, there is no third value in the first row. So the second value in R power 1 row is 0. So R power 0, in case of the R power 0 row, the first element is going to be obtained with the calculation of 2.75 into 0.6 minus 3.6 into 0 divided by 2.75. Here is the calculation part. The first element in the R power 0 value is 0.6. 0.6. Okay. So this is the formation of the RH criteria table. So it is observed from the first column of this particular table, there is no sign change. It is not consisting any sign change. So the necessary conditions are going to be satisfied, and hence we can say this particular system is a stable system with the bilinear transformation. Okay. So the last problem is yeah. This is the characteristic equation which is of order Z power 4. z power 4 minus 1.7 z square plus 1.04 z square minus 0.268 z plus 0.024. This is the characteristic equation. Okay, so the order of the equation is even order equation, that is order of the equation n is 4. So how many rows are going to be obtained for this one? 2 into n minus 3, 2 into 4, that is 8, minus 3, that is 5. That is 5. 5 rows are going to be obtained for determination of the jury stability table. And before that, the criteria has to be satisfied is f of 1 should be greater than 0 and f of minus 1 should also be greater than 0, and a0 should be less than a4. a0 should be less than a4. And fourth condition is b0 should be greater than b3 and c0 should be greater than c2. These are the 5 conditions that have to be satisfied for a fourth order characteristic equation. Okay, so how many rows are going to be obtained for this one? 5 rows. The first row consisting of from a0 to an, sorry, that is nothing but a4, and the second row is nothing but the reverse order of the first row, that is from a4 to a0, and the third row consisting of the b values, that is b0, b1, b2 and b3, and fourth row is nothing but the reverse order of the third equation, that is b3, b2, b1 and b0, and fifth row consisting of c0, c1 and c2. So here is the representation of this particular table, jury's stability table. First row consisting from a0 to a4, second row consisting of a4 to a0, third row consisting of b0 to b3, and fourth row consisting from b3 to b0, and fifth row consisting of c0 to c2. Okay, so before entering into the table, we have to satisfy 2 conditions. That is, first condition is f of 1. Here is this value. With the substitution of z is equal to 1, we are going to get the value is 0.096. So it is more than 0. The first condition is satisfied, and f of minus 1 is 4.032. It is also more than 0. Therefore, the first condition and second condition is going to be satisfied. And now we are going into the jury stability table. That is, it is consisting of 5 rows. Why? Because the order of the equation is 4. Therefore, 2n minus 3, that is 5 rows are going to be tabulated in this particular table. So from the characteristic equation, we are going to obtain the values of a0 as 0.025, a1 as minus 0.268, a2 is 1.04, a3 is minus 1.7 and a4 is 1. So here is the values for representing this one. And after that, we are going to determine the values of b0, b1, b2, b3, c0, c1 and c2 with the elementary matrices we are having. Okay, so we have obtained all the values regarding to the b0, b1, b2, b3 and c0, c1, c2. So after that, we have to check the necessary and sufficient conditions. The necessary and sufficient condition, that is nothing but the n minus 1 constraints are going to be satisfied. The first constraint is a0 should be less than a4. So a0 should be less than a4 means 0.024 is less than 1. So it is going to be satisfied. And second condition is b0. So here is the value. Modulus of b0 should be more than b3. That means 0.994 is more than 0.2272. It is also going to be satisfied. And c0 value is 0.9274. So it is also greater than c2. That is 0.6296. So all the 5 conditions are satisfied.
Sir, negative sign on the sir B0 K.
So the necessary condition has to be satisfied is B naught should be modulus of B naught should be greater than B3. Modulus value. So modulus value is approximately nothing but positive. It is going to convert
Okay,
from negative value to positive value. The necessary conditions. Once check here. The modulus of A naught value should be greater than less than modulus of A4, and modulus of B naught value should be greater than modulus of B3, and modulus of C naught value should be greater than modulus of C2.
sweet.
Okay, so all the five conditions or the five conditions are going to be satisfied by this characteristic equation. So we can conclude this particular system is a stable system. This particular system is a stable system. Okay, so in this way we have to solve the characteristic equation regarding to the Jury stability test. Jury stability test. Okay. Shri Baba. Please mute yourself. Someone has unmuted. Now we are going to enter into the another set of the problems. Another set of the problems. That means uh, in some of the textbooks, I have gone through that one. So in that particular textbooks, they have taken the jury stability table. The jury stability table from z power 4 to z power 0. That means from higher order to the lower order. In some of the textbooks, I have seen that the jury stability table has been taken from z power 4 to z power 0. That means z power n to z power 0 in the first row, and second row is as it is reverse order of this one. That means the first row is going to consist from A0 to A4. We have taken this one, but in that particular table, in that particular textbook, I have seen the order of the, that means the first row consisting from order A4 to A0, and second row consisting from A0 to A4. That means reverse of first and second row. Okay, so in that particular cases, the first condition and second condition is as it is. That means f of 1 should be greater than 0 and f of minus 1 should be greater than 0 for even and less than 0 for odd or order equations. And while coming for the n minus 1 constraints, here the equations are going to be changed. That means A0 should be more than A4, and B0 should be less than B3, and C0 should be less than C2. Okay, so these are the constraints are going to be changed in some of the textbooks, but at the end all the systems are going to be determined stable or unstable depending upon the constraint. So my request is don't get confused about this particular one. Okay, you can go through this particular form also, and you can also apply the second form also. But if the jury stability table is going to start from, that means the first row is going to be starts from A0 to A4 or AN, you have to satisfy all these particular conditions. These conditions as this, or else if the first row is going to be starts from A4 to A0, the n minus 1 constraints are going to be changed. That means A0 should be more than A4, and B0 should be less than B3, and C0 should be less than C2. Okay, these are the constraints, and depending upon the tabulation part of the jury stability, the n-1 constraints are going to be changed. N-1 constraints are going to be changed. So don't get confused. Don't get confused about these particular conditions. Okay. So for this class, I will show those kind of problems. I will show those kind of problems also. Okay. So okay. So these are the problems regarding to this one. So here, using the jury stability criteria, determine the stability of the following discrete time systems. Using the jury stability criteria, determine the stability of the following discrete time systems. So here he has given the two characteristic equation. The first characteristic equation is z power 3 z cube plus 3.3 z square plus 4z plus 0.8 is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. Here, as I have said that here the major modification has been done is, up to now we have taken this 0.8 as a naught, 0.8 as a naught, but he has taken the characteristic equation. That means the coefficient values of the characteristic equation are changed. Simply the coefficient values of the characteristic equation are going to be changed. That means in this particular characteristic equation, previously, that means up to now we have solved in one set of the problems. In that problems, we have taken this 0.8 as a naught, 4 as a1, 3.3 as a2, and a3 as 1. But in some of the textbooks, they have taken this a naught value as 1, a naught value is 1, a1 value is 3.3, a2 value is 4, and a4 value is 0.8. In some of the textbooks, they have taken this particular order. So don't get confused about these particular orders. Okay. So try to concentrate on the only one scenario, so that you can get the correct answer regarding to the stability. Okay. So for our sake, I will show these kind of the problems also, the solution part for these kind of problems also. Okay. So this is the characteristic equation. So from this characteristic equation, he has taken that a naught as 1, a1 as 3.3, a2 as 4, and a3 as 0.8. So the necessary and sufficient conditions has to be satisfied is f of 1 should be greater than 0, f of minus 1 should be less than 0. Why? Because it is a odd order equation, and the n-1 constraints are up to now we have seen the a naught should be less than a3, but he has taken the coefficient values from a naught to a4, a3. So the n-1 constraints are going to be changed as a3 should be less than a naught, and b2 should be greater than b naught. That means b naught should be less than b2. a3 should be less than a naught, a3 should be less than a naught, and b2 should be greater than b naught. Okay, so these are the conditions has to be satisfied. So without any delay, let us see the solution part of this particular conditions. The first condition is a naught should be less than a naught. Sorry, a3 should be less than a naught. That means modulus of a3 should be less than a naught. Therefore, a3 value is 0.8. It is less than 1. The first condition is satisfied. And p of 1 should be greater than 0. Therefore, with the substitution of z is equal to 1, we are going to get the value as 9.1. So 9.1 is also greater than 0. The second condition is also going to be satisfied. And the third condition is p of 1 is minus 0.9. That means it is less than 0. So third condition is also going to be satisfied. And remaining fourth condition is v2 should be greater than B0. Fourth condition has to be satisfied is modulus of B2 should be greater than modulus of B0. Okay, so for that one we have to frame the jury stability table. So based upon this particular elementary matrix, we have to determine the values of B2 as minus 0.36 and B0 is minus 1.36. So fourth condition has to be satisfied is modulus of B2 should be greater than B0. B2 should be greater than B0. So B2 is 0.36 and B1 is 1.36. But here B2 is less than B0. B2 is less than B0. So the fourth condition is not satisfied. Upon the four particular conditions, only three conditions are satisfied and fourth condition is not satisfied. Hence, we can conclude this particular system is a unstable system. This particular system is a unstable system. Okay. So in some of the textbooks, they have taken these kind of orders. So don't get confused about these particular patterns. So this is the previous university question paper. The problem according to this one. So using the jury stability criteria, find the range of M. Find the range of M. So he has taken the characteristic equation as P of Z, and we have to determine the range of M. So the coefficient values of the characteristic equation he has taken as A0 as 1, A1 as M, A2 as 3M, and A3 as M minus 2. The second pattern means up to now we have seen the first pattern. If first pattern has been followed, A0 should be M minus 2, A1 should be 3M, A2 is M, and A3 is 1. Okay, you can take any kind of pattern, no problem about this one. So these are the coefficient values he has taken for the characteristic equation, and the order of the equation is 3, that is odd order equation. That means 4 conditions has to be satisfied. 4 conditions has to be satisfied. Why? Because the order of the equation is 3 means how many conditions? 3 plus 1. 4 conditions has to be satisfied. 4 conditions. Okay. The first condition is P of 1 should be greater than 0 and P of 2 is less than 0 and A3 should be less than A0 and B2 should be less than B0. Okay. So these are the conditions has to be satisfied. So without any delay, the first condition is A3 is less than A0. A3 value is M minus 2. M minus 2 is less than 1. M minus 2 is less than 1. So modulus of M minus 2 less than 1 means M minus 2 less than 1. That means M less than 3. M less than 3. And P of 1 should be greater than 0. P of 1 should be greater than 0. So with the substitution of Z is equal to 1, we are going to get 5M is greater than 1. So from that we can conclude that M should be greater than 1 by 5. That is M should be more than 0.2. That means with the first condition we have satisfied, we have got the M value as M less than 3, and from second condition it is M greater than 0.2. Okay, so the third condition has to be satisfied is P of minus 1 should be less than 0. So with the substitution of Z is equal to minus 1, we are going to get M should be greater than minus 3. M should be greater than minus 3. And the fourth condition should be is B2 should be more than B0. B2 should be greater than B0. That means B0 value should be less than B2. Therefore, the B2 value is going to be obtained with the elementary matrix, that is M square minus 4M plus 3. M square minus 4M plus 3 is the B2 value, and B0 value is M into M minus 5. M into M minus 5. So the fourth condition has to be satisfied is modulus of B2 should be greater than modulus of B0. So M square minus 4M plus 3 is greater than M into M minus 5. So from that we have obtained the value of M should be greater than minus 3. M should be greater than, M plus 3 should be greater than 0, that is M should be greater than minus 3. So from all these conditions, so m should be less than 3 and n should be greater than 0.2 and m should be greater than minus 3. So from all these conditions, we can say that m should be greater than minus 3 and m should be less than 3. Therefore, in order to say this particular system is a stable system, the range of the m should be from minus 3 to 3. Minus 3 to 3. That means the range of m should vary from minus 3 to 3 in order to say this particular system is a stable system. This particular system is a stable system. So this is one set of another set of the problem, that means determination of the constant value in the characteristic equation. Okay. So the next one is the next set of the equation is here he has given the characteristic. He has not given the characteristic equation directly. He has asked us to determine the characteristic equation initially, and after that you have to determine the stability of the system. So for that one, he has given the characteristic equation. Sorry, that he has given the system. That particular system is described by the difference equation. Here he has mentioned the system. That means the system is going to be described by the difference equation. And the difference equation he has given is y of k plus 2 is equal to 2 into y of k plus 1 minus 5 y of k plus 10 into r of k plus 2 minus 3 into r of k plus 1 plus 4 into r of k, where r of k is the input and y of k is the output. That means initially the difference equation has to be converted into the transfer function. That means with the application of the Z transformation, this difference equation is going to be converted into the transfer function. From the transfer function, we have to take the characteristic equation and we have to determine the stability of the system. Okay, so this is the difference equation we are going to have. So with the application of the Z transform, we are going to get, that is Z square into y of z minus 2 into z power 1 into y of z plus 5 into y of z is equal to 10 into z square into r of z minus 3 into z into r of z plus 4 into r of z. The transfer function is going to be obtained with the ratio of y of z divided by r of z. So y of z divided by r of z is going to be obtained as 10z square minus 3z plus 4 divided by z square minus 2z plus 5. Z square minus 2z plus 5. So this is the transfer function we have obtained from the difference equation. This is the transfer function we have obtained from the difference equation. So from this difference equation, how we are going to determine the characteristic equation? That is nothing but simply the denominator value is taken as the characteristic equation. The denominator value is going to be taken as the characteristic equation. So in this transfer function, the denominator value is nothing but the characteristic equation. The denominator value is nothing but the characteristic equation. Okay, so this is the characteristic equation, that is P of z is equal to z square minus 2z plus 5. So this particular equation has been taken. This is the characteristic equation of this particular system. So from that, A0 is 1, A1 is minus 2, and A2 is 5. And how many conditions has to be satisfied for this one? The order of the equation is 2. That means 2 plus 1, 3 conditions has to be satisfied. That is, P of 1 should be greater than 0 and P of minus 1 should also be greater than 0. Why means it is an even order equation and A2 should be less than A0. So P of 1 is greater than 0 and P of 1 is also greater than 0, but the third condition has to be satisfied is A2 should be less than A0. A2 should be less than A0. A2 value is 5 and A0 value is 1. That means 5 should be less than 1. That means this particular condition is not satisfied. So hence we can say this particular system is a unstable system. Okay. See, once here, see here, the characteristic equation, the order of the characteristic equation is 2. Right from the previous classes onwards, I am going to tell that if the order of the equation starts from 3 and above, you can apply the Joule stability table. For less than 2, sorry, for less than 3, with simple observation, you can determine the stability of the system. With simple observation. Okay. So this particular problem is asked in your previous university question papers for 7 marks. Just with applying Z transform, with application of the Z transform, we are going to determine the transfer function of the system. So in that particular transfer function, the denominator value is nothing but the characteristic equation. So with the characteristic equation, we are going to determine the stability of the system. Okay. So this is the another pattern of the questions which are asked. So this is also the difference equation. Here the system is going to be described by the difference equation. So with the application of the Z transform, we have to determine the transfer function. Here the transfer function obtained is Z power 4 divided by Z power 4 minus 0.6 Z cube minus 0.81 Z square plus 0.67 Z minus 0.12 minus 0.12. So the denominator value has to be taken as the characteristic equation. The denominator value has to be taken as the characteristic equation. Okay. So therefore the characteristic equation is Z power 4 minus 0.6 Z cube minus 0.81 Z square plus 0.67 Z minus 0.12. So this is the characteristic equation we have taken from the transfer function. So from that we are going to satisfy the conditions for the stability. So if all the conditions are going to be satisfied, then we can say this particular system is a stable system or not. Okay. So these are the different patterns of the problems which are given in your previous university question papers. Okay. So with this, I am going to wind up the class for today, and also the 4th unit has been completed. Unit 4 is going to be completed with this class. Okay. In the next class, we will start the next unit. In the next class, we will start the next unit. Okay. So thank you everyone. Have a nice day.